For Maria, the painting isn't just a famous artwork, it's family. It reminds her of her aunt Adele and of life she was forced to leave behind when Nazis came. It carries memories, pain, and connection to everything she lost. But for the Austrian government, painting had become a symbol of national pride, something to showcase as part of their cultural identity. They saw it as theirs, ignoring how it came into their hand in the first place, like through theft and injustice. I think movie did a good job showing how difficult it is when nation has to admit it did something wrong or benefited from something wrong. Austria didn't want to give painting back because it meant letting go of a part of their national identity. But at the same time, keeping it was a form of denial. The outcome feels fair because Maria had the courage to speak up and ask for what was hers rightfully. It wasn't about money, it was about justice and truth. The film reminds us how important it is to remember not just big historical events, but the personal stories with them. Maria's fight was really about not letting her family's history disappear. When trauma like the Holocaust happens, memory becomes form of survival, becomes form of healing. It's about honoring the people who were lost and making sure their stories aren't forgotten. Her journey is about more than getting back a painting. It's about confronting the past and asking for accountability. Restitution is about making things right, even if it takes decades. And through her fight, Maria shows that reconciliation cannot happen without truth. She's not trying to punish Austria. She just wants them to face what happened. And the legal system is helpful, but it's not perfect. Sometimes laws don't match up with what's morally right. In cases like Maria's, the legal system worked well, but many people in similar situations never get justice because the system is too slow, too expensive, and inflexible. There probably needs to be better mix of, legal action and ethical responsibility, morality, like a system that we need a system that actually listens to victims and looks at the full picture. At first, Randy sees Maria's case as another job, but as they work together and he hears her story, he becomes personally invested in it. So, he even connects it to his own family's Holocaust story. Like, as they spend together more time, their bond grows, and it shows, and I feel like it shows how powerful it can be when, you know, different generations came together to understand the past because they both view it differently because it's also about how people who didn't live through these events can still care deeply and help carry the memories. Yes, public pressure definitely has a huge impact. It helps really a lot. Like in the cases like Maria's, when it reaches to public, it makes it harder for government to ignore or cover up it. Media attention can push people in power to act more ethical because now world is watching, everyone knows what happened, so it's really hard to ignore now. In this case, it helped bring justice to the spotlight, made sure the case like wasn't buried in the lies. Maria lost her home when she left Austria, and even though she built a life in America, her heart still was in Vienna. But going back obviously was painful because after everything, it reminded her everything she lost, all the pain, torture. But I feel like Film shows us like home isn't always a place. Sometimes it's about feeling safe and remembered. Like uh, feeling like home, it's about our feelings. It's about our inner world. So for Maria, reclaiming the painting help her reclaim a part of herself. So I feel like that, the painting was her home. Painting become like her home. There's a tough balance between preserving culture and doing what's right. Museums have responsibility to be honest about where their art came from, especially if it was stolen during something as like really really horrific as the Holocaust. Moral rights always should come first. Like if something was taken unfairly, the original owners or like families deserve a award for this, even if the law is slow to catch up. I mean, it's easy to say let the past go, but how can we let go of past when effects of it are still there? For Maria, this wasn't just about a closure, it was about truth and justice. I think I would have done the same, even though it must have been really, really exhausting. But like, I feel like she was motivated by love for her family and a desire to honor their memory and believe that wrongs should be righted no matter how long it takes. So I would have done the same for the love for my family, and like I would have wanted to honor them and like not let their memories to be forgotten and protect them. So yes.